To my mind, silver is one of the most underrated materials today. In time gone by, everything was made of silver. All of your prized family possessions were all made of silver, from candlesticks to teacups to plates to cutlery to a quaich. This is a traditional Scottish ceremonial drinking cup, and a two-handled cup that you would drink out of at a wedding ceremony. And that's made of silver. And I'm going to show you how tarnished it is. And I'm going to show you how to clean it. It's actually really easy to clean. And when you do, when you see the before and after, you'll see that it's worthwhile doing. So I'm going to pop on some gloves, just because every time I use products like this, I need to wash my hands, and when I wash my hands, it irritates them. So I'm just going to put the gloves on. You shouldn't need to in normal circumstances. It's just me. So I'm using a product called Silvo. It's been around for but at least 100 years. There's Duraglit, there's Silvo, there's Brasso, all do a very similar job. Now, bear in mind, you can get it in a liquid form or in a wadding form like that. And this is the wadding form, where the Silvo is impregnated into the wad. So it's wet when it comes out of the tin. And all you do is you can take it straight like that and rub it onto the silver itself. Now, rub it on and it will cloud up like that. What it's going to do is take off the top layer of tarnish. Now, it gets a little bit of bad press because it is actually an abrasive. Part of the reason it's so effective is because it has an abrasive element to it. So you are, over time, going to lose silver material from the surface of your item. You won't notice it, but it will, and literally it's microns. It's a tiny, tiny amount. But when silver items can last for hundreds of years and stay within families for generations, and if they're cleaned on a regular basis, you can lose pattern, so the detailing around the milling around the edge, like that, any engraving, but most importantly, the hallmark. Now, anything that's sterling silver will have a hallmark. I have some silver that was a christening gift from my parents, which was a Georgian teapot, very old 18th century, I think, teapot, and the hallmark is practically illegible. And the hallmark is what tells you the age, the area it's from, the fact that it's sterling silver, and who made it. So it contains a lot of very useful information. So what you can do, as a bit of a tip, is if you want to preserve the hallmark, is get some sticky tape, get a small piece of sticky tape and stick it over the hallmark when you're polishing your silver, so that it protects it and stops it from wearing away. As I say, it's not going to dissolve overnight, but over decades or longer, it is going to wear away patterns and the hallmark. So, and these days there are other ways you can dip silver to remove tarnishing, but this is a very old, very traditional way of doing it. So you've covered it in the Silvo, and once you start rubbing that off, normally I would say, depending on how badly tarnished it is, I would say 2 or 3 passes with it. The first pass is always the most impressive, because you're getting about 90 to 95% of the tarnish off in that first pass. But the reason it's so nice, the reason it's worth doing, is you don't realize when you've got a piece of silver, like silver candlesticks or a silver teapot, in my case, it's silver salt and pepper pots and that sort of thing, they just sit there and they gradually go dull over the course of time. And you don't realize what beauty lies beneath that dull exterior. And as I say, I'm just going to do it once. You could do it 2 or 3 times, but look at that. I mean, from one pass, and I don't know how long I've been talking, maybe 4 minutes. It took 4 minutes, and that's absolutely stunning. Now, the question is, how often should you polish your silver? I would say not to polish it regularly because, as I've said, you'll wear away the pattern, you'll wear away the hallmark. I would say to limit the amount you're polishing it, probably no more than once every couple of months, just to keep it for special occasions, to keep on top of it for special occasions. If you're in a stately home, or you're entertaining a lot and you have a lot of people coming around to the house, then probably you'd want to do it more frequently. But I would say, for the sake of the amount of time it's going to take you, because obviously that was maybe 3 or 4 minutes for one piece, but if you have a whole range with your candlesticks and your salt and peppers and your tea sets and so on, it does start to eat into the hours that you're going to need. And silver cutlery, usually you'll have a stainless steel blade or fork, tines, and it'll be the handle that's in sterling silver. And if you have to polish each and every piece of cutlery, that can be quite time consuming. But as you can see, that's now the used piece of Silvo. That goes in the bin. You only use it once. But that, with just a few minutes work, that turns a very dull looking piece of silver into something quite stunning. Anyway, if you'd like to know any more about silver or silver polishing or silver cleaning, silver care in general, or anything about sterling silver and what the assay marks actually mean, drop me a comment and I'll see if I can help. Till next time, take care. See you soon.